Hi guys, I'm Dany. I'm a sound designer, music producer, and audio engineer from Beirut, Lebanon. I'm showcasing my sounds in two different games. One with the sound implemented into Unreal using FMOD, and another with the sound implemented purely through Unreal in case FMOD is not available. Also, an Excel sheet has been created to keep track and organize all the sound assets. So first, let's look at the project of FMOD. I have completely recreated the sounds and the blueprints related to audio, as we'll see now. Usually, I create and process sounds inside Pro Tools and do some additional layering in FMOD. And for synthesis, I use FL Studio. I bring the ambience of the world to life by using events and layers of room tones, long loops, and scatter instruments, while paying attention to the location of the character and how close he or she is to objects or places of interest. The scatterer instruments are playing the ship flyby sounds in the background. And the energy beam on the other side. The pan settings of the events are not static, as to give a more engulfing and immersive feel. Let's get closer to it. I made this sound by using some lighting sounds, a recording of an old fridge, some electrical spark samples, synthesis, and others. The gunshot's main sounds were layered inside FL Studio. And the tail sounds later imported into FMOD for better control, while paying attention to resources by, for example, restricting max polyphony on the multi-instruments. Footsteps foundation sounds have been made inside Pro Tools. The rest of the elements, such as armor jingles, a deep kick, and closed movement, have been layered inside FMOD and tweaked with live update on to best fit the movement animations. Most character sounds are being triggered by animation notifiers. While some, such as the health pickup, are being triggered by blueprints. Entering and walking into and over certain areas changes ambient sound, reverb level, and footstep type, using trigger volumes and automations. Walking into the room triggers a realistic reverb. Walking over grass changes the footstep type. A rocket exploding close by will sound vastly different than one exploding further. The one exploding further away will have its lowest and highest frequencies dissipate. This has been done through automation with a distance parameter connected to the explosion event. Also, a 100% delay is active all the time and changes the delay time depending on how long the sound needs to reach us. Finally, snapshots have been set to prioritize sounds according to player perspective and to help declutter the mix. Let's take a look at the other game. I've also recreated every single sound from the UI, ambience, character, creatures, magic spells, and more. All containing proper randomization, modulation, and attenuation settings to avoid annoying repetition, keeping interest and immersion. All character and creature vocalizations are recordings of my voice on an SM7B mic heavily processed inside FL Studio. The main character's grunts and vocalizations are actually recordings of me at the gym. Footsteps of the character are layers of library footsteps, impacts, kicks, chain rattling sounds to imply heavy armor and others. The most heavily layered sounds are the spell sounds. The fireball sound has been made with a fire crackle, a flamethrower sound, and a cougar voice to make it sound threatening and monstrous. The UI sounds are an interesting mix of multiple assets I used in the game.
Faithful.